Hey besties, Molly here, and tonight we're not just talking heroes, we're talking monsters, masterminds, and gods. James Gunn's DCU is already reshaping everything we know about the world's greatest superheroes. We've got a brand new Superman flying in 2025, a fresh Batman waiting in the wings, and an entire Chapter 1 that screams new beginnings. Remember what made the original Justice League animated series electric? It wasn't just the heroes teaming up, it was the villains big enough to force that team up. The League only truly shines when the danger feels impossible. Darkseid? We've seen him. Steppenwolf? Old news. Gunn's vision demands a threat we haven't faced on the big screen. Something smart, cinematic, and layered enough to anchor a decade of storytelling. So tonight, we're diving deep into 10 powerhouse villains who could become the DCU's next ultimate challenge. We'll weigh comic history, movie rights, hidden clues, and those sly hints Gunn keeps dropping in interviews. And let's rank the baddies, who might just unite a brand new Justice League. This is the next big villain for the DCU Justice League. Let's begin. Number 1, Brainiac, the perfect opening gambit. If the new Justice League needs a villain who's both instantly recognizable and fresh to modern audiences, Brainiac is the obvious first move. In the comics, he's not just a city collector, he's a cosmic intellect obsessed with perfect knowledge, shrinking entire civilizations and bottling them like trophies. That obsession gives writers endless room for tension. He's a scientist, a conqueror, and a hoarder of worlds all at once. For James Gunn, Brainiac is a playground. He ties directly to Superman's lore, responsible in many versions for capturing Kandor, a surviving Kryptonian city. That personal link lets the DCU open on an emotional gut punch for Clark, protecting Earth while wrestling with the literal last remnants of his own culture. Cinematically, Brainiac is a gift. His AI-driven skull ship can span galaxies, making him a credible threat to every corner of the League. Green Lanterns, Martian Manhunter, visual artists could mix alien-style horror with sleek cyberpunk design, a tone Gunn already loves from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's malleable. You can play him as a cold, emotionless program or a smug humanoid manipulator. Imagine an actor like Ben Mendelsohn or Giancarlo Esposito delivering icy monologues about the inevitability of intellectual perfection while Metropolis crumbles below. A villain with brains, brawn, and universal stakes? Brainiac isn't just a candidate, he's the prototype for the Justice League's first true war. Number 2, Anti-Monitor, the universe breaker. If Brainiac is the perfect opening act, the Anti-Monitor is the mic drop, an enemy built to test not just a Justice League, but the very fabric of the DCU. Born from the antimatter universe, this colossal being is the living embodiment of entropy, consuming entire realities to feed his endless hunger. In the landmark Crisis on Infinite Earths comics, he wasn't satisfied with a single world. He devoured multiverses. For James Gunn's long game, the Anti-Monitor is a natural end chapter villain. He lets the DCU go cosmic without a single Infinity Stone clone. His arrival would demand alliances across every corner of the universe. Green Lantern Corps, new gods, even the mystical forces teased in Creature Commandos. It's the kind of event where every hero, from Superman to Zatanna, has a reason to show up. And unlike Darkseid, the Anti-Monitor isn't just a warlord, he's an existential threat. No negotiations, no bargaining, just the cold mathematics of annihilation. As a mid or late phase villain, he's the ultimate crescendo, forcing the Justice League and every audience member to ask the biggest question of all: how do you fight the end of everything? Number 3, the White Martians, Invasion from Within. While cosmic gods grab the headlines, sometimes the most terrifying threat is one that walks among us unnoticed. The White Martians are the ultimate infiltration villains, shapeshifters capable of perfectly mimicking any person on Earth. In DC lore, they're the ancient rivals of the peaceful Green Martians, a warrior race banished after a brutal civil war. For a Justice League film, they offer a perfect blend of paranoia and spectacle. Imagine governments quietly replaced, heroes second-guessing their teammates. It's invasion of the body snatchers on a planetary scale. A White Martian storyline also provides the ideal on-ramp for Martian Manhunter, a fan-favorite hero who's long overdue for live-action prominence. His own tragic history with these enemies raises the emotional stakes and adds a personal dimension. This isn't just another alien threat, it's a centuries-old family feud finally reaching Earth. Visually, they're a playground for Gunn's team. Sleek extraterrestrial designs that morph between human disguises and towering bone-white war forms. You can imagine a chilling set piece where the League fights each other in a haze of suspicion, unsure who's real until the last moment. Number 4. Trigon, the demon who brings the apocalypse. Not every Justice League threat comes from the stars. Some rise from the deepest pits of the supernatural. Trigon, the interdimensional demon and father of Raven, is pure nightmare fuel. In DC Comics, he's an ancient entity of unimaginable power who conquers entire dimensions and feeds on chaos. His very presence warps reality. Oceans boil, skies bleed, and ordinary humans become violent puppets of his will. For James Gunn, Trigon would unleash the mystical side of the DCU on a grand scale. He ties directly to characters the studio clearly wants to spotlight. Narratively, Trigon's appeal lies in his personal stakes. He isn't a faceless god like the Anti-Monitor. He's a father trying to claim his child and enslave her world. That dynamic adds emotional depth and moral tension. Imagine Raven caught between her demonic heritage and her human family, with the entire Justice League standing as her last line of defense. Visually, he's a dream for horror-infused spectacle, a towering, horned demon wreathed in scarlet flame, casting shadows across dimensions. Gunn's penchant for blending dark humor with cosmic horror would make Trigon's arrival both terrifying and unforgettable. Number 5. Perpetua, Mother of the Multiverse. If the Anti-Monitor represents annihilation, Perpetua embodies the sheer creation of everything, and the danger when creation itself turns hostile. Introduced in DC's Justice League comics by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, Perpetua is the primordial architect of the entire multiverse, a cosmic mother who forged countless realities alongside her 3 children, the Monitor, the Anti-Monitor, and the World Forger. When those children rebelled, she was imprisoned beyond the Source Wall. For a cinematic universe, she's the ultimate escalation, bringing Perpetua to the screen, not just saving a planet or a universe, but confronting the origin of existence itself. Her motives, remaking creation to her own design, create fascinating philosophical tension. The League isn't merely fighting a villain, they're challenging the very blueprint of reality. Story-wise, Perpetua could be seeded quietly across multiple films, cryptic symbols in Lanterns, whispered legends in Themyscira, strange cosmic tremors in Superman. By the time she finally steps into view, God returning to reclaim her multiverse. Visually, she's pure grandeur, a figure of living starlight and shifting constellations, commanding armies of cosmic entities while bending galaxies like clay. Facing Perpetua would force every hero. Number 6. Mongul and Warworld, Gladiator of the Cosmos. Sometimes the greatest threat to the Justice League isn't a cosmic god. It's a warlord with the universe's deadliest arena at his command. Mongul, the tyrannical ruler of Warworld, embodies raw power and ruthless spectacle. In the comics, Mongul abducts entire civilizations, forcing champions to battle for his entertainment while he expands his empire planet by planet. Mongul offers a perfect mix of blockbuster action and intergalactic gladiator arena. Imagine Superman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern chained in a coliseum the size of a moon, forced to fight not only Mongul's champions but each other, all while billions across the galaxy watch. Narratively, he tests the League's morality as much as their strength. Do they fight to the death to escape? Do they inspire rebellion among Warworld's enslaved species? Mongul's cruelty raises questions about freedom, justice, and the cost of heroism far beyond Earth. Visually, the opportunities are endless. Massive, shifting battle zones, alien combatants of every shape and size, a planet bristling with weapons and cities built for blood sport. Gunn's flair for colorful, chaotic action would thrive here, blending gladiator drama with Guardian-style cosmic wonder. Number 7. Crime Syndicate, Evil Reflections of the League. Sometimes the scariest enemy is the one who looks just like you. Enter the Crime Syndicate, a team of supervillains from Earth 3, an alternate reality where good and evil are reversed. Instead of a Justice League, that world birthed Ultraman, a tyrannical Superman, Owlman, a ruthless Batman, Superwoman, Power Ring, and Johnny Quick. They rule their Earth with an iron fist and view heroism as weakness. For James Gunn's DCU, the crime syndicate offers a psychological chess match instead of another faceless cosmic god. It's the League confronting their own darkest possibilities. What if absolute power truly corrupted? Imagine Wonder Woman facing a Superwoman who revels in cruelty, or Batman battling Owlman, his intellect and training turned toward pure domination. This storyline also provides organic multiverse expansion without needing an end-of-everything crisis. A breach between worlds, caused by experimental tech, a lantern mishap, or even Lex Luthor's meddling, could bring these evil doppelgangers crashing into the main DCU. Visually, it's irresistible. Familiar costumes warped into menacing variants, fight scenes where every hero faces a mirror image. The tension is intimate yet colossal, letting the audience see their favorites pushed to emotional and moral extremes. The crime syndicate would force the Justice League to confront a chilling question. If you had their power and their world, would you really be any different? Number 8. Vandal Savage, the Immortal Mastermind. Not every Justice League villain needs cosmic energy beams or alien armies. Sometimes the deadliest enemy is a man who has had all of history to perfect his plan. Vandal Savage, born of a prehistoric meteor strike that granted him immortality, has walked the Earth for over 50,000 years. He's witnessed every war, toppled empires, and quietly nudged humanity toward chaos whenever it suited his vision of survival of the fittest. Character-driven storytelling. Savage is a dream antagonist. He can operate in the shadows of every DCU film, manipulating events long before the League even forms. Ancient artifacts, he left them. Secret societies, he founded them. Narratively, Savage pits the League against a strategist who knows every weakness, because he's studied heroes and tyrants for millennia. While Superman relies on raw power and Batman on careful planning, Savage combines both with an immortal patience no mortal can match. Visually, he's a shapeshifter of eras. One scene he's a fur-clad caveman, the next a three-piece suit CEO controlling global politics. His armies aren't aliens. They're governments, mercenaries, and sleeper agents who owe him allegiance across centuries. A Justice League showdown with Vandal Savage would feel like a historical conspiracy thriller colliding with a superhero epic. Number 9. Eclipso, the embodiment of vengeance. If the Justice League ever needs to face pure, unfiltered darkness, Eclipso is the name to fear. In DC lore, Eclipso is the original spirit of God's wrath, a fallen celestial who once served as the universe's divine enforcer before being replaced by the Spectre. Stripped of his holy mandate, he now embodies vengeance itself, seeking to corrupt and destroy every world that turned its back on him. Unlike a typical villain, Eclipso doesn't just attack cities or planets. He possesses individuals, turning allies into weapons. Heroes can wake up under his control, forced to battle their own teammates while he whispers promises of righteous revenge. That psychological warfare gives storytellers the chance for gut-wrenching betrayals and high-stakes moral dilemmas. Eclipso bridges cosmic and supernatural horror. His presence would naturally pull in characters like Zatanna, Constantine, and the Spectre, while pushing the core League, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman into the realm of mystical warfare they rarely face. Visually, Eclipso offers a feast of shadow and light, swirling black storms, violet lightning, and the terrifying image of beloved heroes with glowing indigo eyes. Imagine a climactic battle where the League must free their own possessed members before Eclipso's darkness consumes the Earth itself. Number 10. Nekron and the Black Lantern Corps, Death itself. When you want the Justice League to face a threat that feels final, look no further than Nekron, the embodiment of death in the DC universe. Introduced in the legendary Blackest Night storyline, Nekron commands the Black Lantern Corps, an army of reanimated heroes and villains who wield rings powered by the absence of life itself. Unlike the Anti-Monitor's cosmic hunger or Trigon's demonic chaos, Nekron's weapon is intimacy. He resurrects the people our heroes love, even their own former selves, and turns them into soldiers. The League wouldn't just fight an external enemy, they'd be forced to battle their most painful memories. This arc is a natural escalation of the Green Lantern mythos teased in the Lantern series. Black Lantern rings, corrupted oaths, and the haunting question question of what truly separates life from death could draw in every corner of the universe. Mystical characters like Constantine, cosmic forces like the New Gods, and of course the full Justice League. Visually, it's a filmmaker's dream: black energy fields swallowing entire cities, rain-soaked graveyards lit by eerie white light, beloved heroes returning as silent, unstoppable wraiths, a sweeping montage of every villain you've just explored: Brainiac's ship, Anti-Monitor's shadow, White Martian's shifting form, and the black rings of Necron. And there you have it, besties. From Brainiac's cold intellect to Necron's army of the dead, each one offers a different flavor of danger. What makes these threats so exciting isn't just their raw power, it's the way they challenge our heroes. How do you fight someone who is death, who's been planning for 50,000 years, who already lives inside your own teammate's skin? James Gunn has promised a DCU that blends myth, mystery, and heart. Whether he chooses a multiverse-level event like the Anti-Monitor, a slow-burn conspiracy with Vandal Savage, or the intimate horror of Eclipso, one thing is certain: the Justice League's greatest test is still ahead of them. Now it's your turn. Which of these villains do you want to see take the spotlight first? Brainiac's bottled cities, a crime syndicate mirror match? Drop your wildest theories in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. If you loved this deep dive, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join the Holly Molly Besties for more DCU breakdowns, wild fan casts, because the next big bad might already be watching.